Hey, I haven't knit in like the past 2 days, 3 days, which doesn't sound like much, but when you knit pretty regularly, it turns into a lot. This is me holding myself accountable to get some knitting done today. And I think I'm just gonna knit and yap some. And I encourage you to also get some knitting and we can yap together. Well, really, I'll be talking to myself, but I've been working on this hat actually. If you've been following my channel, I've like had a couple posts on it, a couple shorts. Ugh, boy. It's a really great pattern, honestly. It's a quick ombre hat, and it's basically like a gradient of 2 colors, starting with one, the main color, and like slowly changing up to a second color. And I chose this random blue that I got for free from like a yarn order, and then this green Brooklyn tweed, or it's by Brooklyn Tweed. I can't remember what the type of yarn it is, but it's discontinued, so it's like I'll never be able to get this yarn again. So I am making a hat out of it. Sorry if you can hear my dogs drinking water in the background, but gotta stay hydrated, you know what I mean? Actually, I should get some water. I'll do it after this. Yeah, so it's a really nice pattern, but I haven't done color work in like years, so it kind of scared me at first, but I think it's good to try some color work because I haven't done it in years. It's like, I'm a little rusty, you know, so let me just go ahead and try it again. And it's been a really good experience, but the first one I knit was like way too big. This is actually a running hat for my husband. And so like you want your running hats to be tight, well, not like tight, you know, not restricting, but you want them to be not loose on your head because you're like running and it's bouncing. And then you also don't really want it to be long and slouchy because again, the running, the bouncing, it like will come off. So the size I knit, I think it was like the adult men, it was very slouchy and it was a little big. I had to, well, actually, I finished it. I realized maybe like 3/4 of the way through that, yeah, it was gonna be too big, but I wanted to go ahead and finish it just to see the finished product and make sure he liked the colors together. And turns out it was really good that I did do that because I wouldn't have known it was too long if I hadn't done that. So I would have knit this again and then it would have been too long and I would have had to frog it again. So kind of good luck there. And you know, I don't really mind re-knitting this because again, it's color work. I haven't done it in a really long time, but it's fun. Color work is more fun than I remember it being. So I'm like kind of tempted to do another thing in color work after this, although that's probably not gonna happen. I have other projects I want to do more than color work right now. And it is a fun knit. I would say it's also really quick. And I'm not particularly fast at color work. As you can see, I am just like grabbing the yarns individually and knitting them, which I'm sure is very inefficient for color work. But again, I'm not an expert in this. So here I am. I will just take each color. I don't know who's in front and who's in back, and if it matters or if it doesn't matter. I'm sure it matters actually, but I don't actually know, and I can't tell either. Like, I can't tell if I look at it. Here, can you tell? I can't tell. So, I don't know. All I know about color work is that if you do it too loose, the stitches are going to be like, or no, it's the opposite. If you do it too loose, your stitches are going to be like and really loose. Yes, they will make that sound. But then if you do it too tight, like if you pull the yarn too tight, your floats too tight, then it'll be like, it'll look funny. I actually did a sweater that was a bunch of color work that was kind of tight, but I don't know if I ever blocked it actually. I should check and see, or maybe I just re-block it because it was also a really big sweater. Like I definitely knit too loose or the sizes weren't right. I don't know. So it's huge on me. But if I block it again, question mark, maybe it'll be like slouchy sweater, you know, like cute slouchy. Right now it's just kind of like awkwardly big. So maybe I should do that. That's an idea. That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. The problem with that is I hate blocking. So the chances of that happening are, well, I don't know. I live in a cold place now. So like sweaters really excite me, which is part of my last video was my Noteworthy Knits episode 1. And it's a series where I just kind of highlight patterns and designs I really, really like. Because I think the knitting community and the crochet community, the fiber community is honestly really small, and I don't want to like, I don't know, people like different things when it comes to knitting, at least. Like some people like to knit sweaters in the round, top down, that's it, you know. Other people like to knit them flat and then you sew them together. So I didn't want to like do knit reviews. I just wanted to do knit highlights on things I really like. So on my last one, where was I going with this? I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. See, this is the fun thing about like actually sitting and knitting is my brain just like goes in a bajillion different directions. So yapping isn't actually hard, but I also lose my train of thought all the time. Now the problem is I don't know what the next row is for the color work because I didn't think that far ahead. I was just like, I'm gonna sit down and knit. Well, it looks good though. I think, honestly, I'm doing a better job of my color work this time, I think. Like last time it was kind of loose. But I think I'm doing a better job this time. Which is nice because you would expect some amount of improvement after repeating something, right? You would hope. It's not always the case. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go check the pattern and see what's next. I also almost lost my beginning of round marker. That would have been tragic. But yeah, anyway, look at that. I've already knit a row. How cool is that? And I've been yapping and not paying attention as much. So that's like, really happy with this already. This is good. It's good just to sit down and knit a row or two. You feel like you've made progress because you have. But I don't know, life's just been super busy, and usually I like to knit if I'm like being a passenger princess is a really nice time to knit. I mean, honestly, most of my knitting is done like while I'm watching a show I really like, and I just haven't had time to really sit down and watch anything, and therefore I haven't knit. I don't know, what do you all do when you're knitting? Like what are things you do? I think some people like listen to podcasts or music. I think my go-to is just watching something, whether it's a stream or a new television show or whatever. I tend to watch stuff. But I mean, I think some people don't like watching things when they knit simply because, hi, oh, my puppies. Simply because it's like, well, you have to look at your knitting. But I don't think you always have to look at your knitting. You don't always have to be looking at it. So yeah, what do you all do? I wonder what other people do when they knit because I only know my experience. I have like 2 other friends that, well, one friend who currently knits and then one friend who used to knit. I don't know if she does anymore. And I honestly don't know what they do while they knit. So I don't know. I'd just be curious. Like, any ideas? Anyone? You know, like I would be open to trying something new. There's a dog outside barking. Wouldn't it be interesting to like know, like be in a dog's brain for a little bit? But it's like really simple and not complicated. And like you don't have to worry about stressful things. We should probably be more like dogs. But I feel like most people that knit are probably more cat people. Is that true? I don't know. I feel like that's a stereotype. I don't know if it's actually true. Ooh, comment below if you're a cat person or if you're a dog person or if you're both, because I also like, I would say I'm a dog person because I feel like I'm gonna own dogs my whole life, but I really like cats and I enjoy cats a lot. So, like, in a way, I like to consider myself both a dog and cat person. But, you know, sometimes you're in those situations where they're like, are you a dog or a cat person? And so then you feel like you have to take sides, you know, which you don't. It's okay. We can like both pets. It's all right. They are both meaningful to the humans that own them in their own way. But I don't know. I just always think that's funny. Are you a cat or a dog person? I'd love to know. It'd be so interesting to know if most of you own cats or dogs or some other pet. Y'all own like snakes or, you know, like lizards and stuff, because that's cool too. I've always thought owning a lizard would be really cool. I also used to be really into like aquariums, which is something I would love to get back into, but I just haven't. I used to do aquariums all the time in grad school. Actually, I was like super into them, and I had a couple betas that I took care of, and it was just really fun and satisfying, I guess, and you could just watch them, you know. It's kind of almost meditative. So I feel like that's a hobby I would like to get back into, but I'm also trying to get into gardening. I have way too many hobbies. I'm not, like, I definitely try a bunch of hobbies. Like, you know, there's the classic, you just try all the creative hobbies, right? I definitely do that, for sure. Like, I just want to add more, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I don't do anything. I think I'm going to be done. It's probably been like 15, maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure, honestly. But I think I'm going to be done for now. This was just me holding myself accountable, and I don't know, I think it'd be fun to do like little yap sessions occasionally with just me knitting and talking about things. I can get to know you. Maybe I'll do some live streams. That could be fun. I could like live stream knitting and then we just like talk over chat. That'd be fun. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. I don't know. Maybe I'll consider streaming. If you think streaming could be a fun thing, let me know below. I'd be curious about interest in that, because I want to do if people aren't interested, but it's a cool idea. Definitely open to it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna finish. No, actually, I'm gonna be done here. I did like 2 whole rows. And look at these floats. It's looking cool. I like this yarn. It's really nice. So yeah, thanks for knitting and yapping with me, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.